Hello again, my people. My name is Ibrahim, and welcome to A True Perspective. This is a show where we talk about so many different topics. And today, I am delighted to be with the lovely Miss Yvette, who is and will be competing in the Mr. and Miss Burundi America pageant that will be taking place next year of 2021. Now, today, Yvette is here to talk about her platform, which is on mental illness, a subject and a topic that I feel like a lot of us need to hear more about. Burundi, Kongomani, everywhere, and mostly we're gonna focus on us about Burundians, because I am Burundian, so that's where the perspective will be on, and Africans in general, but something that we can all relate. So let's give a warm welcome to Miss Yvette. Miss Yvette, how are you today?
I am good. Thanks for having me.
Of course, welcome here, and I know that you're very serious about this topic.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that you've opened up, a platform to talk about it.
Right.
Because I feel like it's something that we can all benefit from, especially like being Burundians and being Africans.
Mm-hmm.
We have a very different take on the matter. So
much, yeah.
All right. So I will start with this. I'll ask you, what is mental illness? For those who don't know.
Right. So mental illness, like, I'm sorry, guys. I gotta get my voice ready. So you know what I'm saying. Right. So mental health or mental illness is separated into different categories. The ones that I want to focus on is the ones that are there to trick and play with a person's mind, such as depression, anxiety, bipolar disorder. Because those illnesses, I'm so us Burundians, we're so uneducated, and I don't know why we think we're immune to those kind of illnesses.
Right.
We're still human. We get sick. We can feel depressed, or we can have this bipolar disorders. We're humans too.
Now, do you think that we're so immune to it, or we don't take it as serious because, especially our parents?
Right.
You think it's just a lack of education, or are we just ignorant? Do you think our parents are ignorant to it?
I think it's a little bit of both, but more on it's how we grew up and how we were brought up. Because it's we don't like talking. We don't want to express ourselves because we're scared of oh, what does my neighbor say? Oh, are they gonna think I'm going crazy, or am I losing my mind and stuff like that? So we care too much of what people think of us, and not more of how can I develop myself? How can I be better?
So okay, the question I want to ask now is just to go back on that topic. Kenshi na kenshi illness abantu biwacu ugiye mental illness sikuja mental illness. The thing that I've seen is ngo bavuga nze ngujya mwana numusazi cyangwa ngo ari daimoni ngo ibiki ugasanga you're missing the point.
Right.
Umuntu aragwaye hariho treatment on it, right? So how do you think we can go about it in terms of educating abavyeyi biwacu kubera bamenye ati nuzeye umwana cyangwa umuntu mukuzi akeneye imiti akeneye mudokta mufashe.
Right.
Hari umusazi. So how do you go about doing that? How do you think, what steps can we take to do that?
Okay, so hari ubusazi busanzwe, yani umuntu yasaze aba yasaze ukavuga okay, but hari ubundi busazi wo fata imiti,
right,
canke ugakurikana ibyo muganga akubwira, ugafata imiti ukaba better.
Right.
So the steps nje novuga wofata first ni kugira, we have to raise awareness. If kintu cyambere, if you don't know there's a problem, then you're just not gonna know. So we have to raise awareness and be like, hey, this is happening in our community. This is a big issue. And also you can go to counselors. There's translators for us who speak Kirundi, and then you say oh, there's language barriers. Abaganga, they go out their way bakarondera mu translator, bakagira translate, ukagira understand ibintu byose. Okay. So I think there's so much we can do, but we're just not doing.
Okay.
We need to start doing.
Okay. So on your platform, on your behalf, what do you intend on doing in order to raise awareness on the matter, especially in our community?
In our community, right?
Kubarundi. What do you plan on doing to make sure that they understand or they get to know or they're aware of mental illness?
Okay, so the first thing I want to do is obviously educate them. I want them to first understand what is mental health, or what is it that I want to get there, because if they don't understand, there's no way I can explain what I want to do. So my first thing is, educate them, explain to them exactly what it is. And also I would like to encourage young adults, especially us teenagers who are growing up here. I know how there's stress and stuff like that. It's Burundian culture and American culture literally all forced on us.
Right.
So it's kind of we're growing up with two different perspectives or of how to live life. So ugashaka kuku kubera uri Murundi, but then again you're in America, you're trying to live this way. So I want to encourage anyone who's having issues or who's having problem to come out and express how they're feeling. And we can look into getting new doctors. There's there's things that are free and we don't know that they are free. There's free educational things and we don't know.
Right. Most definitely, guys. If you are watching this video, we beg of you. Understand? People on if you know of a friend, even yourself, you're in a place where you feel like you have so much on you, so much depression and so much anxiety. See if you reach out, and we have to be patient with our parents. So we can go sometime of it because they're not gonna understand everything, But this is where we need to create an environment where we are able to sit with them and talk, about these matters and explain like, hey, mom, I feel like this, I think they're gonna sit with you and actually listen to you. But you have to be the teacher in this case.
Right.
You understand? We have to take that initiative of being that.
And I know mu Barundi kenshi like ntago dufise relationship nkuko twokwicarana n'umuvyeyi wacu tukavugana simply because nabene niko bakuze. So bakuze yani batafise oh man my voice. So bakuze nabo badafise your relationship with their parents. So in a way ntago twogira blame our parents because they only teach us what they know.
Right.
But kubera twebwe we know better. So now this is our chance to sit with them and teach them the better that we know. Because like having that conversation with your parent or with a family member, it's gonna help you.
Right.
And at the end of the day, umuryango wawe ni wewe uzokufata mu mugongo.
True.
So ufise ibibazo ubiruka ku muryango. So we have to we have to start and enforce those kind of relationship with our parents.
And our parents also, we would say.
Right.
How do you say we want our parents to keep an open mind?
Like, oh my God, yeah.
Kumviriza abantu. Mwana aje kucara impande ya makomuyaga umuvyeyi please umwumvirize. Sana n'umwana wawe abana biwacu tumvirize.
Ntutangure kumujudging ukavuga ngati ngo yaye kibe ntibishoboka ngibe iki nibindi kubera ko bidashoboka. N'umuntu nk'abandi.
Of course. Like I've seen cases where a student will be stressed with school because there's so much schoolwork and have anxiety and exams are coming up, in the future. But then they'll have to deal with so much at home that the attention of like, oh my God, my child is going through this. Let me actually ask him or her what's going on, and it's never asked. So that can be play a big part. So my other question to you is this: you being someone who's really educated in this,
right?
How do you identify someone who has mental illness? How do you go about doing that?
Honestly, like, you cannot spot them out.
Right.
You can't look at a person and be like, oh man, ujya muntu usanga afise depression, like nta kintu nkuko, because cyane abantu bagwaye izo ngwara barazinyegeza kubera bumva yuko it's an embarrassment, especially muba oh my God, it's ryanje.
What are you?
Sinzi kweri man.
Continue, go ahead.
So like ugasanga barinyegeje kubera bari ashamed because like I don't think our parents barumva like the big impact they have on us.
So Shigura, like right now, have depression with you right now, and I would not know.
And you will never know. Ugasanga nga turiko turavugana, right? Hanyuma nagera muhira mu room yanje gasanga, oh my God, ubuzima. You know what I mean? Like you guys, you don't know. That's why it's so important. It's so important to be kind.
Right.
I'm sorry, guys. Excuse me. Since it's been not
when continuing, one of the quotes that I've heard before, someone told me this was like this: when you meet somebody, treat them assuming that they're going through the worst.
Yes.
That will help you stay humble and be nice. Because if you meet someone and you think like you're above them, then you're gonna treat them, as if they're below you. So, anyways.
Oh my God, I'm sorry
to go ahead. No, it's all good.
Oh my God, abarundi ingene tumeze turishira hejuru. Turishira hejuru tukaronka umugenzi wacu tukamuraba yambaye nk'akantu cyangwa agize ikintu ngurya. Like those are the things dukeneye kureka kubera izo judgments, they also play a huge factor in how a person looks at life or how a person grows up.
You just never know what someone is going through. You never know. So be kind, be courteous, just be respectful. All right. My other question is this, and I'm sorry I'm asking that question, but I'm very curious about this topic. My other question is this: once you find out that someone, if you say, let's say depression or anxiety, or they have any other mental illness, because there's so much mental illnesses out there. There's so many. It's a broad topic. But once you find out that someone has that, let's say a friend, how do you approach the situation, and what do you do to get them to a better place? Like, what do you say to them? Like, what do you do? Okay,
so let me get deep a little bit. So I had a best friend who suffered from bipolar disorder. So it was bad to the point to where she got hospitalized.
So that's not first thing goes through.
So yeah, like baramusize mu bitaro. Yani yaratangwe kwikata kugira yikata herself akagenda muri wese agacutting herself ababyeyi biwe ntabyo bari bazi so nje rero ndi best friend wiwe akazara bimbwira obviously nanje narumva ikigombe like at that point I felt helpless but the thing is I never left her side like yani nubu turi so tight like yani namugu mu ruhande
and I'm sure she appreciates you now even more
it's so much
more
bond, right like it's like nta yumvisha ashaka kwikata akamamagara urumva ukamubwira utujambo twiza ukamuhereza encouragement my god English ni kirundi byose birananiye ukamuhereza encouragement ukamubwira yani ko ubuzima buragoye ariko it's all about how you look at it nje ibintu nakunda kumubwira ni okay, so today you're sad, tomorrow you will be happy, the next day you can be sad. It's it's a mix of emotions that will always be there. You know, like nobody's happy all the time.
Right.
So you have to find your happy place. You know what I mean? Like you have to find where you're comfortable within yourself.
So basically,
and it's hard. Trust me, it's hard. So like the first thing I would say is being there, showing them that you care, and showing that you're not going nowhere. And then the most important thing, don't think they're crazy or don't look at them any differently. Like you treat them the way you stay treated them. Like don't change the way you treat them because the moment you act differently,
and that's pertaining what was it bipolar disorder.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So and that's one of the biggest ones out there.
Right. And there's also medication for that. Like there's medication that's gonna help you balance the chemicals. So she got on medication and now she's good and she also has a baby girl, so I'm so proud of her.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. It's so amazing to hear your friend is in a better place. But I think that's that's a big take I'm taking from tonight. Usually be a friend. You know what I'm saying? Be a friend, be there for people.
Like don't switch up.
And
like umugenzi wawe afashinda canka she get pregnant.
Right.
Ugachuhindukira ukagana the other way. Like come on. Like,
even in those situations people get depressed.
Of
people
course,
get
like,
in places where they're not okay. And
hanyuma yabyara ukagenda kumurabira umwana.
So that's another one I've seen. Like is it schizophrenia? Is that
schizophrenia. Oh yes.
I've seen that a lot in people where people actually think that a person has gone crazy or it's a mental retardation. It's like no, it's actually an illness that they do have inside of them. Nobody chooses to be that.
Right.
So, and even if a person is acting like that in those situations, I feel like we have no right to give them any less respect that they deserve. You know what I mean?
Like this topic is so deep to me.
It really is.
It is so deep. Like.
And guys, excuse our language. I mean, of course, Kirundi is our first language, but we were raised in America, so we mix. Yeah. And if our Kirundi is not that well, don't add us. Just get the message. All right.
Our English is not perfect
either,
so.
Message, all right. So okay, my I guess my final question for you would be this. What message do you want to give out? Oh, first of all, shout out to the person organizer who is organizing the pageantry.
Oh yes.
Who is Isabella? Shout out to her, and shout out to Mr. and Miss Burundi America 2021. A big shout out. You've given us this platform. We're gonna be. I'm in a pageantry, and she is as well.
But for me,
exactly.
Me.
Whatever. But she's giving us this platform to express and talk about these ideas. So a big shout out to her. And if you haven't followed that the page, go and follow it on Facebook, on Instagram, all those things. So it's a big shout out to her. Isabella, that's her name.
Right. And especially if you're Umurundi, you guys, please do not want to miss out.
Join us. Yeah.
So
right now. Put the action forward, and that's exactly what we're doing right now. You understand? Taking a step.
Period.
It's always the way it begins, but you have to support us.
Yes.
All right. And I hope you watched the whole video. But anyways, back to topic.
Yeah.
My main last question for you is this: what message do you want to give out, whether it be everybody? What message do you want to give out and hope that people understand when it comes to mental illness?
Okay. So the message yambere nshaka guhereza ababyeyi ni iyo umwana wawe urwaye cyangwa afise ikibazo, don't jump to conclusions. Do not
ntusimbire ku nyishu.
Ntusimbire ku nyishu cyangwa ufata ibindi byumviro byiwawe cyangwa ufata umwanzuro utariwo. First ubanze wicare, ubanze ugende kwa muganga mbere yuko utangura kuruzinga your own mind. Banza wicare umenye the real issue, the real program, and go on how voice solving. I'm so sorry. The message
Bandanya.
is Kirundi process. So ababyeyi
You're good.
mumbabarire Kirundi canje yani sinzi. But kweri musho.
Keep going. You got this. We're having a conversation.
I know, but like my
Right.
Kirundi, wow.
You're good.
So
ahead.
mwegera abana banyu mubaganize
That's a big one.
mubavugishe neza mubabwire ibintu by'ubuzima ingene ubuzima bumeze ko muradukuriye mwaraciye mu bihe tugezemo. So it's best mukaduhereza advice aho kuguma mutugira judge canke mudu comparing ku bandi bantu.
That's a big one.
So that's my first message ku babyeyi bacu. Now us young ones twebwe guys,
Let me hear this.
shaka yani if you are suffering or if you feel some type of way ntiwigundire mu cyumba cyiwawe. Reach out. Like there's people who care, people who are willing to listen, and people who are willing to help you solve the problem. So come out if you're feeling some sort of way. Like don't just have weird feelings going on. Let them out. Let it go.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that is my other message.
Oh, you have another one. Go ahead.
So
It's all good.
You get abiwacu abarundi ngo umuntu afise ikibazo cyo mu mutwe tubone kwa pasiteri kanaka tugusengere. Guys, okay,
and it's not something bad to pray for somebody.
Right, like Imana irakenewe all the time.
Amen to that.
Like all the time.
Right.
Ariko dukeneye kumenya ingene ibintu biri tofauti. Ingwara ikeneye imiti, ikeneye na muganga. Hamwe n'ibindi bikeneye Imana. Or we can even mix.
You always gotta put prayers on top of everything.
Ntiwiyenga kana mujane kwa pasiteri. No se uwo pasiteri aramuha bya bintu akeneye.
Right.
Kumusengera ni byiza ariko iyo miti akeneye ayironka kwa muganga. And also like do not kick your kids out or don't throw them out just because bariko bara acting differently. Like we have to there's a deeper meaning to things. Right. So let's not be too quick to judge or too quick to jump to conclusions. I think I said that right.
Yeah, basically, if I can add anything to that, is that because like kenshi menya ko imiti iriho sivyo so gusengera umuntu nagusengera umuntu ni vyiza mugabo imiti iriho kubera ifashe y'amasengesho. That's the way I can say it, you know what I mean? So yes, praying and putting prayers up and praying to God is always good, but don't refuse when God lends a hand.
Right.
And not lending a hand is through medication. You understand?
Yes.
All right. So that's my take on it. It's what I would say on that. So, anyways, guys, Yvette, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
And I hope you guys truly listen to this topic because it's really important. And let them know where they can follow you on.
I was just getting to that thing.
Let's go.
So you guys can follow me on Instagram at IICHANCAILLE or follow or follow my Snapchat at Y_VETTE1.
All right.
Again, I am your contestant number 1. Yvette.
And you already know who I am. I am your host, Abe. You know what it is. It's a true perspective. And this has been another edition of the True Perspective. Thank you for coming. And thank you for joining us. Peace.